Well, good morning, top performers. Here we are in week 4 and going to be another incredible time together. That, as a reminder, you can input and send any messages that you have or contact me with any questions that you have. You guys have just been amazing and been producing some incredible results. That we truly are creators of our life, and you're starting to see that now. And I remember the way that I shared with you about sometimes we don't think we're actually creators of our life because we will be asking like for more business or better relationships or better health, and let's call that yellow. But then during the day that we're thinking about what's happening around us and with circumstances that are occurring. And so then we start thinking about, oh, there isn't enough business, or my right foot hurts, or whatever the case may be. And what ends up happening is, and so let's call that red. And so we have that yellow and that red. And when you combine yellow and red, you get oranges. And then you say, hey, I didn't ask for any oranges. And the fact is, we really did. It kind of balanced out, if you will. And so we're so particular, and how our hair is styled, what kind of clothes we're wearing, but for the most part, that we're not as particular about what we're thinking. And so to really just be easy on yourself and start thinking about the things that are playing out. In fact, the greatest, and I'd like you to write this down, the greatest way for you to create abundance is to just start thinking all the time. And so this means more money, better health, whatever, but like a fast track to more money is to be able to just think about what's playing out in your life, what most people would say what's working out in your life, but I don't like using that word work because it's not as fun as the word play. And so what's playing out in your life. So think about the one client that you did get, or the referral you did get. Referral partners, you should now all have some referral partners that you're talking with. Again, you can just use friends if you want to initially, and but friends, family, your hairdresser, that all kinds of people are there wanting to help you, but ask and then you will receive. So you need to ask. So not only ask your source, ask God for things, but also ask people for what they need to know. People aren't mind readers, so they need to know what you want, and that you are each just magnificent on real estate agents, no matter whether you're brand new or been in the business for years, that the fact is you're just perfect for the people that you're talking to, that you have attracted them into your experience. And so you don't need to be around for experienced for, more than a day as far as a real estate agent is concerned, that you will do a good job because you can always get the information. And if you're with Ultima Real Estate, of course, you have many resources for that. And that's myself or Paul or Yanel or Craig, all of our different training to include this training. And then if you are, that you can stay with Ultima, that you should check into Ultima because of all the resources that we have for you. But let's get going here for this week. That this is going to be about prioritizing your life, and if you don't, someone else will. And so it's kind of like there's this space, if you will, that we all have. And if we don't fill that space, and I like to call it spiritual space, if we don't fill that spiritual space with what we want and prioritizing what we want, that somebody else will fill that space and we'll end up not being very happy. And when you aren't very happy, then that reduces your vibration. Your feelings get to start moving into the bad feelings, and then everybody around you feels those bad feelings, and then they don't thrive either. So you want to be able to thrive so you can help everybody else to thrive. And one of the ways to do that is for you to prioritize. So we're going to go through a very specific process today on how to do that. And so I had sent all of you some information on some things to print out. And if by chance you did not print those out, that what I'd like you to do is just write down and follow along with what I'm doing and what I share with you, and that it'll all be easy for you. And so this is prioritizing your life or someone else will. In our agenda, we're first going to look at the three principles of life, and this is going to help you. There's really four key principles to when you understand how life plays out, that then you can start having life play in your direction and the things that you desire and for your dreams to come true, because it really is just about you. You're in the center of your own universe, and for you to be able to understand how to operate that universe. So today I'm going to give you three of those principles. Next week you'll be given the fourth principle that'll bring it all together, and that literally you're going to become this magnificent creator and have more and more of your dreams coming true. We're going to look at then prioritizing our lives, and this is going to really be about your life. You're going to look down at the different areas of your life. You're going to look at what your mission and purpose is, what you want to do, and usually this is monthly planning, so you can do it either for February, and we have a couple more weeks, or for the next month. And so typically you always want to plan your month the month before and a few days before, whatever. And so whichever month you want, but I'll refer it to as the next month, as your upcoming month. And so in this case, in March, you're only going to get March 2016 one time. And so you want to make the best of it. And this will help you to do that. And part of that we'll be looking at what our mission and purpose is. If you don't have a mission, if you don't have a purpose, you'll never get there. It's impossible to get there without being clear on what you want to do overall. We'll look at the different areas of your life, and then we'll prioritize both your personal and your business lives. So this will be, we should be about another 55 minutes or so. And so just stay focused on this. Don't multitask. Stay with this. Know that this is some amazing information and tools that will help you to become even more successful and happier in your life. So we're going to talk, first of all, of the three laws of the universe. And we've been alluding to some of these laws, and they basically are how life works. So we've been told a lot of different things on how life works, from whether it's our school, and most of it hasn't really been the truth with a capital T, if you will, that, years ago we were taught the world was flat because that's what our eyes showed us. We were told that the sun is rising and really that we're turning. And so our senses don't always really tell us the truth. And so mankind has done as good a job as they have, that we have many different religions. And if you were born in India, you wouldn't be a Christian, for example, if you're Christian. And so there's a lot of different perspectives, but I'm going to share with you on how life works. You don't have to have really any of that per se, because that is some beliefs that you were brought up on. And we talked about beliefs, that it's done unto you as you believe last week, and how some beliefs don't serve you. And so whatever beliefs serve you, where you feel good about it, then keep those beliefs, whether it's what you learn in school or church or whatever in your upbringing, that's great. But if there are beliefs that no longer serve you, that you want to let go of those, and what do you want to hang on to, and what do you want to really capture? You want to understand these three laws of the universe, so you can have the universe work on your behalf, play on your behalf, gather all of your belongings. So the first law of the universe is that each of us are leading edge, and now you're becoming a more deliberate creators. All people are leading edge creators, that most people are not very deliberate in their creation, and they get life pretty much by default. They meant to come here, have a great time, a joyous time, seek more freedom. We're freedom seekers, to have more freedom, to have more abundance, and then the prize to have more joy. So what does that mean? And so sometimes or really always, the contrast helps us to understand on what things do or don't mean, what we do or don't want. And so when I say that you're a leading edge creator, so why did you come forth here? What you did not come forth here is to try to prove yourself, is to try to work yourself to some place called heaven or whatever. That you didn't come here to become worthy, that you were born worthy. So there's a lot of things that we were brought up to believe on why we were here and what we were trying to do. And the fact is that we are none of those things. We're not here to try to make up some sin. And by the way, sin, and I'm an ordained minister, and we learned in seminary school that sin is actually a term back in Christ's time that meant that you're just off target. It was an archery term meaning you're off target. And so when you think about, that bullseye there, that this information that I'm sharing with you is going to put you right in the bullseye to where you're not quote unquote sinning, which means you're not thinking about this the way that God is. And here it is on how to do it. So you're not here to, do some, pay off some debt or to pay off some karma that you had or work yourself to some place. That what you're here for is to create. And to create what? Basically more growth, and that expands all that is. And so you're combined on when you take freedom and joy and you continue to expand your freedom and joy, that the result of that is growth. And then God is happy that it expands all that is. The mantra for God is more. And so for you to recognize that you're a leading edge creator, and I've helped you, that you've been shown now in this process on how to live in the green zone and how to be deliberate and how to be intentional with specific tools such as the Joy Shop to start calling your days the way that you want it, and to outline your desires, to outline what you appreciate, because when you write down what you appreciate, you will it's automatically telling the universe, I want more of it. And so you will get more of it. It is your thought that creates, and this is how for you to be able to create the thoughts that will take you to your dreams. And so it is those things on. You're here to create more freedom and more joy. And so every time that you experience something, that God, your source, actually picks up on what you really want, even though you may be saying and complaining about something. So God is really happy. Everything's playing out just wonderful for the universe. And you're so critical to the universe. You're so important. You're so endeared. You're so in love. And so that's just beautiful that you're able to do that. And that at the same time, that where are you? Are you in that happy state? And for the most part, most people aren't in that happy state because they're still stuck to the stuff they didn't want. But whenever you fall into something you don't want, you automatically are sending a signal to the universe of what you do want, even if you're not consciously aware of it. So it's a beautiful thing. The other tools that you've been given, and very specifically on business, is referral partners. It's the easiest, most cost-effective, best, most friendly way in order to build your business. And I'm meeting with one of my agents that I coach with after this webinar, and then I will be this person now they were selling one home every 2 months, and now they're selling 4 or 5, closing 4 or 5 homes every month. And so why is that? Well, that they are very focused, and they use me to help them in order to stay focused on what they want. And that person happens to have in excess of 12, in fact I think they're up to 20 referral partners now, but that's just been through the last couple of years that they've just developed more and more referral partners, and that's why they have a bigger and bigger growing business, and so can you. So law number 1 is you're a leading edge creator. It's all about you, and you're now becoming a leading edge deliberate creator. The second law of the universe to know is that only well-being flows. So what that means is that So imagine that there is a stream of this loving energy coming down on you and filling you, like coming in from your crown of your head and just going through your entire body. And imagine that stream of well-being, that love, that energy from God is just flowing fully to you. And the fact is, it's always flowing to you. Now, we have the power because we're creators and we are given free choice that we have the power to either allow that beautiful energy to come in. And when we do, all the right thoughts will come, all the right actions will come, all the divine people will come to you, circumstances, situations, and everything will come to you, the good health that you're asking for. You just need to allow it fully in. However, with our thoughts, we can actually start closing off that stream of flowing, beautiful, loving energy, creative energy that creates all the things in your life. Because remember, we don't do the how, we identify what we want, and then God does the how. So there's this beautiful energy, loving energy that's flowing to us and through us all the time. With our thoughts, we can start cutting that off. And so just imagine if you put your hands up on above your head and spread them wide open, your arms, and then if you start having resistant thoughts and thoughts about things you don't like and thinking about whatever, thinking about cancer and not enough business or your foot that hurts or whatever the case may be, that what that does is that starts limiting and cutting off this well-being. So what does this also imply? It implies that there is no force out there. There is no energy out there. There is no being. There is no thing out there that is working against you. Nothing is working against you other than your own resistant thoughts. And so the beauty of this is that now you recognize that only well-being flows, and you have the choice to be able to start allowing more and more of that well-being flowing to you. So that is really good news. In fact, what it also states by and implies here, and is true here, that you actually are being given the opportunity to be able to have everything that you want to come to you, that you are this magnificent creator and you can create this well-being that flows. And that means that there is everything that is supporting you, loving you, comforting you, and guiding you to everything that you want. So your source knows where you're at, knows where you want to go, and so this is going to be downstream. If you take your left hand and raise it up, that's where you're at. Picture that, and then go downstream and have your right hand go low, and that's where you want to go because all your desires are downstream, and that all you need to do is get into this flow of well-being, and it'll take you right there. The reason why we don't realize that and or believe that in most cases initially is because we've been told we have to work hard. We have been told that you never know what's going to happen next. I know exactly what's going to happen next. Great, wonderful things are going to happen next. And so for us to really embrace that, yes, I can embrace now this beautiful idea that, and knowing that there is just well-being that flows. And so if you look around in this world and looking at well-being, not if you watch the TV, because of the TV and the news, and again, I would recommend you never watch the news again, that with that news, it searches the world for bad things. But the fact is, if you start looking out that if you look financially, the stock market is higher than it's ever been. That if you look at the wealth of mankind, there are more people. There are literally billions of people that are moving from poverty to middle class. And in the next 20 years, billions of people. There is just well-being that's flowing to us. We have electric, we have automobiles, we have, lights, we have music, we have this technology in a phone that is just amazing. And if we do have dis-ease, we have all kinds of hospitals and medicines and prescriptions and whatever in order to offset that. But the most natural and most effective way to offset that is through good feeling thoughts. And so I actually have a book, if you want that, on good feelings thoughts that I'd be happy to send you, that, or you can order on Amazon, that it's good feeling thoughts. And every day it's just to start out your day with 7 good feeling thoughts, and to create ease, because the fact is only well-being flows, and there's only this good that is flowing to all of us. And for you to recognize that and start looking around, that, wow, the sun rose, your heart is beating, the world is getting better, there's more water for the world, and healthy drinking water for the world. So less people in poverty, more people in wealth. There were no billionaires. Now there's over 400 billionaires, and about half of those billionaires are women. There's women's rights. There's race rights. I mean, it's just an amazing thing on how everything is getting better and better. And that's why I share with you that your life is getting better and better. And for you to really embrace that and realize that, yes, I just love that my life is getting better and better. And as you continue to say that, then you're telling the universe, my life's getting better and better, and the universe will go make your life better and better. So know that only well-being flows, and that it's flowing to you powerfully, magnificently into your experience right now. You just need to allow it in. And the third law of the universe to understand is that cooperative components rendezvous with your thoughts. And so just think of that when you have thoughts on, wow, I just love my thriving business, that then you will get all of a sudden these new ideas like, yes, I just picked up a referral partner last week. And yes, I just picked up a referral last week. And I just closed a deal last week. Or whatever is playing out for you, that cooperative components will come. Not only in thoughts you created first with your thoughts, but your source will bring you cooperative components. So whether you're thinking good about a subject or bad about a subject, or really the way it is, it's wanted about the subject or unwanted about the subject, you're going to get cooperative components, which means if you say, oh, my day is just terrible, it can't get any worse than this, it gets worse. And we've all had that, right? Where you say, it just can't get any worse than this, and it gets worse than this. Well, that's because that's what we have called for. These are cooperative components. So the beauty is you can change that around from the unwanted to the wanted. And that you say, you know what, it's getting better and better. And I not only know that it's getting better and today is better, but my cup overfloweth. And that's a quote out of the Bible, my cup overfloweth. That's what that means, is that these cooperative components, but it not only gives you cooperative components of thoughts, but it'll give you, so if you're ornery, that you're going to go out in the world and you're going to attract ornery people. And you're going to say, wow, there's a lot of ornery people in the world. And the fact is, you started it. You create your experience. So when you're happy, when you're feeling good, and you're expecting just wonderful, harmonious, uplifting people that help you to your desires, that then you'll start meeting those people in the world. And amazing, incredible, miraculous miracles are starting to happen now around you and to you and for you and in your experience as you start allowing these good thoughts in and realize these three laws of the universe, that you're the creator, that only well-being flows, nothing is against you, and that cooperative components rendezvous with your thoughts, and then start creating the people, the circumstances, and the events that take you to everything that you want. Amen. So that's some good news. And by embracing those three laws, that you are on your way to everything that you desire. So now we're going to go to prioritizing our life. And each month that I sent you now, you have forms that each month you'll do monthly planning. Usually my monthly planning, now I actually have a time management system that I offer people that that will save you like 3 weeks a year, will increase the amount of time you invest in your high payoff activities, will make you, the bottom line is, make you more successful. And so those 3 pages that, or 4 pages that I emailed you, that those are actually in every month. It's a hard covered, it's for 1 year, a time management system for 1 year, and includes the day at the glance and then the month at a glance, and includes these pages. It's not as big, it's a smaller time management, so it's not an 8.5 by 12, but it has all this information for you to be able to every month be able to, and literally carry it around with you to where it comes, if you will, the Bible of your life as far as how you're going to prioritize and manage your life. And so, that's available. And each month, you would do this monthly planning. And normally it takes me about 2 hours to do. We're going to just briefly go through it today, and then you're going to be able to take it from there and really go into depth. The more you can invest time, because everything comes from the inside world out, from the non-physical to the physical. And your non-physical is your thoughts and within you and your feelings. And you're going to be able to, as you sit down and invest time to prioritize your life, that you're going to see that your months are going to start flowing better and better, easier and easier, and more abundantly than they ever have. So it's the most productive time of your month. It's the most productive 2 hours that you could ever invest. And you make that 2 hours, you make your month the way that you want it. So you are now pre-paving with your Joy Shop, and now you're pre-paving your month. So the first page I'd like you to go to is your mission and purpose. So if you'll grab that, and again, if you don't have that, get out a piece of paper, write down mission and purpose. And I want you to think about, what is my mission and purpose? So what does that mean? That means that I'm here now, but in maybe 5 years, maybe 10 years, maybe in my whole lifetime, what is my mission and purpose? What do I want to be? And so probably 30 years ago, I would write down, I wanted to be the best dad. I was just having children then, and I wanted to be the best dad, the best husband. I wanted to build $1 million consulting company. That I wanted good health, and so I started calling forth all of those things. And because of my mission and purpose, I achieved all of those. And you'll start seeing, so every month, even though this is monthly planning, this first step on mission and purpose is really to look at, hey, what do you want to be? Not just this month, but, what is your purpose here? What do you want to do? So it might be to, have children, be a good mom, dad, whatever, whatever your situation, may be. It may be that you want to do divine will, that you want to do God's will. And remember, God's will is really, you have to do first the asking, and then God's will is to make that happen. There's a pre-paved thing on, hey, you came here, and God has step-by-step on what you do. You're making this step-by-step, and then asking, and then God is giving you. So what mine is, my mission and purpose, my main mission and purpose is simply to feel good. And most people, when they first hear that, they go, wow, that's all you want to do? And you bet. And the reason why I want to feel good, because that aligns me with my source. So that means that I'm thinking, that I'm feeling with my source. I have that vibration of the source. I become a light, if you will, a light to the world, and that for all of us, that we have the power to be the light to others as we start feeling good. And so I'd like you right now to actually write down, what is your mission and purpose? And so you can put down to feel good, or, have a thriving business, whatever it is. There's no right or wrong answer. There's just your answer that makes you feel best, that really makes your heart sing. Okay? So that's the mission and purpose. And then on the next line down, as far as on that one page that I sent you, is personal goals to focus on this month. And so there's typically 6 different areas of your life, if you will. And for some of you, that some areas won't be as important right now as others. And so this varies, literally can vary month to month. And so family and home, what do you want to do? What do you want to be able to do? And so, you might want to look then, like I'm looking at my time and looking at the next month and then saying, oh, it's Easter. And so I want to really have a fabulous Easter. And to make an incredible Easter. So how can I do that? And so when I ask about that, I want to have a great Easter that God will then give me the how, and all of a sudden I'll come up with just great ideas. Just recently was Valentine's Day, and I had just some amazing things that came to me, like a card that was from our little dog Bella, a Maltese poodle. And so I got Sharon, my wife, I got her a card from Bella, our little dog. And I had this little dog picture in the front. It was red and said, I love you. Will you be my Valentine? Whatever. And so what happened to that? I didn't run into that. I attracted that. I was at the car wash and all of a sudden see just this great, thing. And so that's what I mean about the how. I just said, I want the best Valentine's Day. And then I let that well-being flow to me, and that all of a sudden, oh, there's a really neat card. So you just have to be looking for and expecting the answers on what you are asking for, and they will come to you. So family and home, again, could be celebrate a great Easter, that I'm going to look for positive aspects with my spouse or, my mother or whatever, who's ever bugging you right now, that I want to look at positive aspects because I want to change them, because I don't want to feel bad any longer. So write down something for family and home. Then financial and career. So look at, what do you want to do in this month? So for this next month, what do you want to do? You might want to close 3 homes. You might want to allow $5,000 or $10,000 or whatever. I graciously receive X number of dollars next month. And so as you graciously receive, and I think I shared with you on the example on with working with coaching with one person, and how they graciously received, and they came to a place where they were making $3,000, then they went to 5, then 10,000, then 20,000. Finally they said, I graciously received $100,000 per month, and they received a check in the mail on like January 4th for $104,000. And so you can do that too. But if you're saying right now, oh, that can't happen to me, well, then you're right. Then you just cut off that energy. So start opening it up, and wherever you feel good. Or I love the idea of allowing $10,000, per month, whatever the case may be. Okay, mental and educational. What I would suggest that under that is that you still have success unit 5, actually 4 to go through, and then 5. And so you want to, listen to that. You want to make sure you're doing the joy shop. So that is all helping you mentally. You might want to do some class for credit, for real estate or whatever profession that you're in, or anything that makes you feel good. You may want to go take an art class, something like that. And then physical and health. And so now this is where you start saying, hey, I'm going to drink more water. That there's 3 steps, and maybe you want to write down these 3 steps, that there's just 3 steps for good health. The first step is good feeling thoughts. The reason why that is because good feeling thoughts give you ease, and ease will automatically ease up every one of the cells in your body, and that you're going to feel better and you're going to have ease. And what you're not going to have is dis-ease. And so that's step 1, is good feeling thoughts. Step 2 is to breathe deeply. So it's typically 5 seconds in, 5 seconds out. And success unit 1 that I had in the audio in the MP3, that on how to breathe in deeply and then breathe out, and just breathe in and breathe out. And as you do, just say to yourself, relax, and get very, very comfortable. So that's physical and health, and how to be able to The two steps. So number one, good feeling thoughts. Number two, breathing in deeply, and especially if you're meditating, when you're doing your joy shot, but when you're driving, just think about breathing in deeply. That in the Bible, breath means spirit. And so every time spirit is mentioned in the Bible, it actually means breath. And so for you, the fastest way for you to connect to your source is through breathing and this deep breathing. And then the third step for physical health, so good feeling thoughts, breathing deeply, and then drinking lots of water. And that's it. Those are the only three. And those good feeling thoughts will lead you to very healthy foods. To if you're eating out, it'll lead you to the healthy place to eat. It'll help you select delicious and healthy food. In my Joy Shop, I say in the morning that I want to attract a delicious and healthy food at every one of my meals. And then that's what happens. That's why I'm thin, trim, and fit. That's why I'm feeling great, why I'm getting younger every day, because I say all those different things to myself. So that's physical and health. And then social and cultural. Each one of us have been so blessed with our wonderful minds, ability to be able to create whatever we want, that, we have this wonderful job. For most of you real estate agents, you have lots of freedom with that lots of ability to make all the money you want to. You have no ceilings of income other than the ceiling that you would create above you, the glass ceiling that you would create. And so we're so blessed with our good health and our good looks and our good jobs and everything. And so it's what are we giving back? And so what are we giving back? And all it could be is maybe it's as easy as I'm just going to start smiling more often to people. When I walk by them, I'm going to smile and say hello. Not just going to sit there if I'm in an elevator or if they walk by in the street or whatever, that I'm going to be more friendly, that I'm going to be a more friendly neighbor, that maybe you want to participate in some type of charity or some type of organization where you can use your expertise to help. But again, these can be very small things, they can be very big things. What do you want to do to be able to really and doesn't it feel good? Like I even know the people's names of the people that called quote unquote beggars of money. They're asking for money. And so I got one up in the corner that and I see once in a while, and I open up my wallet and I give them the largest bill I can. It makes me feel great. And that I don't think, oh, I don't have enough money, because if I think I don't have enough money and I can't give them the $100 bill in my wallet, that then guess what happens? Then I start not getting as much money. And so they're asking, and so I'm going to give them. And I have no idea what their experience is, and I don't care, other than I know that they're asking and it makes me feel good. And again, whether or not you feel that same way or think that same way, it really doesn't matter. Most people are resistant to even that whole thought and think that, it's not fair and they should go get a job. You have no idea where they are coming from or what has happened with them, whatever. But, the point is, hey, how can I help? Whether it's my neighbors, whether it's a beggar on the street, that whether it's a smile, that what can I give back? I've been so blessed, and you are blessed, and that more blessings are showering on you from here on out. And so with that, what are you going to give back? And so it can be simple, easy things to very wonderful, magnificent, significant things. But just a smile is significant on itself. And then the last one is spiritual and ethical. And so I have, in fact, I'm creating a meditation that's just going to be a rocking meditation on how to really get into your soul and to fall into your soul, into your source, and to align yourself and have the same energy with that. And so if any of you are interested in that I'm in the process of making that, creating that, and I'd be happy to share that with you. And I'll probably have it done in a couple of weeks, but ask me now, and that'll get me going to do it maybe even sooner. But other spiritual and ethical, the Joy Shop is that in essence is what it is. You know, that is time that you're having with God, asking as God has asked you to do, is to ask, and for you to go through and to have more joy and there's more freedom, and then automatically more growth that's going to happen. So those are your personal goals to focus on this month. And hopefully all of you have, actually written down something in every one of those categories. Some categories may not be as much of interest to you, and that's just fine. The point is that I want you, and you want to be aware that there's these different areas of my life, and it's not just about work, okay? And that, it's about a lot of different things in my life, and work is really just 1/6 of it. And change that word to instead of work, have it play. Enjoy whatever you're doing. Enjoy it. And if you don't enjoy it, then don't do it, and go find something that you do enjoy. So there are personal goals are to focus on this month, and now business goals. So if you look at the bottom of that page, there is a area in order to start writing down what are your business goals to focus on this month. So I'm going to give you a minute here to just think about what are your business goals. I've outlined a few here, and I want to give you a minute to just write down some of your business goals. I'll give you like 2 minutes. Alrighty, I'm back, and hopefully you've written down a few things on what you want to do. Again, your intention as you become a deliberate creator here. And the first business goal that I would have for all of us in any business that you're in is to attract ideal referral partners. And so there are people out there that are waiting to be asked by you in order to help the people that they know. And so think about what ideal referral partners that you can attract, how many you want. Think that maybe, hey, I'd like to attract 2 ideal referral partners next month. And so that would be just a fantastic start. And again, if you have any questions about referral partners, it's very easy. It's a friendly way of doing it. And we'll review it a little at the end here. But to just know that is a very, critical area that you want to look into. Then also to attract out of the blue clients and listings. Okay, that just expect out of the blue. Last week, someone was sharing with me from our class here that on how out of the blue that they got a call from California from a relative that they didn't know. Hadn't talked to in a couple of years, and out of the blue they called and they said, hey, we heard you're a real estate agent and we have some friends moving to Dallas and we'd like you to help them. And that's because this person has been in the Joy Shop asking for out of the blue clients. Another person shared with me on they went to it was like a home warming party that they just had bought a house, and so they had invited the neighbors, and one of the neighbors that they had met was looking to sell their house, so they wanted to invite their agent over to that they knew to be introduced to them. So they introduced them, and well, it ended up this neighbor already had a real estate agent, and the person said, "Hey, that's okay." They understood that well-being just flows, and so they continued instead of saying, "Oh boy, I'm going to leave the party," and that I didn't get any business. That instead they just said, "Hey, I'm having a good time. We meet other people," and they met another person, and that person wants to sell their home and then buy another one. So it was really twice as good as what they were expecting to have. It just wasn't on the way that they thought it would go down and how it would happen. Because remember, our path, that your source has just an amazing path already waiting for you to all of your desires. You just have to be able to allow yourself to be led there, versus, and you do that through just feeling good and just looking at everything in a good feeling way and expecting the best, expecting things getting better and better for you. And as you have that mindset, that you're on your path, and you'll be given out of the blue clients, listings, and all kinds of just wonderful and amazing opportunities. Then to allow, or graciously receive, or allow. It's really about, don't say earn. You've already earned your right to all the abundance and all the joy that you want and all the freedom that you want. That, it's a matter of you allowing it, because it's all here for you. You just need to believe. And believe in who? What? God. Believe in God, that God's going to give you. In the Bible it says, hey, if God takes care of the birds so well, think on how I'm taking care of my own children. And so know that you are blessed and you are on your way. Another one is to expand my imagination. And here's a great one that I would write down, that works just amazing, out of the blue, wonderful ways. And that is to write down here under business goals that I want to attract. So I want to attract more ideal business ideas, opportunities, and manifestations. So I want to attract more ideal business ideas, opportunities, and manifestations that create large sums of money for me. Now, when I say that, I actually say that I want to create more ideal business building ideas, opportunities, and manifestations that create passive income for me. Because why? Is I don't like to work. I want to play. And so I want to have passive income coming to me. And there are many ways to have passive income. That I'm coaching with one person that they decided, wow, I'm just going to have other agents. They were really good at referral partners and started getting a lot of business, and they didn't want to do all the work. So they now have, in fact, this one agent has 73 listings right now. 73, but has it actually under a group of agents on there, and so they'll be making a portion of that from 30% up to 100% of that, and they put on about 12 per month, but in these slow months they were able to attract 73. Why? Because I'm coaching with this person, and that we shared, and we got on the lighted path and what felt good. So know that you can do that too. It's just a matter of, and that's just one example of expanding your imagination. So I don't want you to feel bad by that and say, oh, I'll never get 73 listings. The point is, just get one listing. Go out and just get focused and get one listing, or get one referral, or get one contract signed. Just one step at a time, and know that everything will continue to come to you, especially as you ask to expand your imagination. And then be deliberate in your thinking and your feeling. So you want to really think, and you want to care most. And another great one to write down is, I want to care most about how I feel. Because it's all back to your feeling. That's your guidance system. And that when I care about how I feel, and I want to feel good, because any clarity, like if you're not very clear on what you want to do, it's real easy you just start saying to yourself, well, I know this, that I want to have good feelings rather than bad feelings. I want to be fed rather than hungry. I want to have abundance rather than the lack of abundance. I want to be healthy versus unhealthy. That just start being real easy with yourself, and you'll start just flowing yourself into these great feelings. And it's all about your feeling, because that's your signal to the universe that's going to bring you whatever your feelings. You want to feel good, and then the universe will bring you all the things that you want. So with that, you then want to go to your top personal and business goals. And so you basically would review, and you'd review, here's all my personal goals, here's all my business goals, and now I'm going to write down what the top ones are. So this is about prioritizing your life. And so for you to start saying, yeah, this is how I'm going to prioritize my life, that I'm going to write down, these different things. So it might be, the most important thing might be, wow, I want to increase my feeling to feel good. And then maybe the second one is that I want to attract more referral partners. Maybe the third one is that I want to look for positive aspects of my spouse. But basically what you do is you have this laundry list of things that you want, and then you prioritize them and write it down. Again, write it down. You can also combine it to where I want to grow my business. So you can take all those specifics that you wrote as far as business goals, and then make them to where the business goals are one big one on, I want to increase my business. And then that will help you to all of a sudden think, oh, what's that connected to? More referrals, more business, more listings, more money. And so then that'll start creating exactly what you want. So take a minute there, write down your top personal and business goals. And again, just a great way for you to start prioritizing. What is it that I do want? Most people, when they start this process, they think they know what they want. That as we delve into your amazing and wonderful life and your amazing and wonderful desires, that see, you're now starting to create your life and having a clearer understanding of what you desire. And then all you need to do is believe and know in those laws that I shared with you, that you are the creator. You're in essence a co-creator. You ask, and then God brings you and does the how, and then you get to receive it and enjoy the fruit of all of that. And that there is only well-being. And so you can find well-being today and every day, and in every moment you can find well-being, and then no cooperative components are going to come and make your cup overfloweth. And isn't that fantastic? So the next page down, the second page of your handout, and again, if you don't have the handout, then I want you to write this down. But this will be now, we wrote down on that second page top personal and business goals, and then below that is your high payoff activities. So what are your high payoff activities? In my opinion, that your high payoff activities would be to plan. And what does that mean? My joy shop, I'm going to plan my month every day. The joy shop, I'm going to plan my day the day before. If you want to be a master of time management, I can help you with that with my time, which is $197, and that includes an hour of training with me on how to do it in a whole year full of months for you to be effective with your high payoff activities and in your life and managing your time. And so there's plenty of time, plenty of money, plenty of everything that we want. We just need to think it. So probably high payoff activity that you would write down right now is plan. Then the second one is to meet with my referral partners. Then the third one would be to meet with my clients. The fourth one would be to follow up. So you want to do follow-up on, hey, I'm going to follow up with my clients here, or with my prospects, with my referral partners. So there's lots of follow-up that many people don't do a very effective job in follow-up, and that's where they lose a lot of business. Because to think that you could just ask one time, someone for something, and for a referral or whatever, that typically you have to ask 6 times for people to accept that idea and to get into the routine. So if you manage your expectations that, hey, I'm going to meet with my referral partners, and as I do, the more that I see them, that's one of the reasons why the 6 times, why I have you listen to the MP3 at least 6 times. It's also why commercials, for example, they keep on running over and over those commercials. Why do they? Because they understand on how our mind is, and that we normally need to have 6 times be exposed to it before we'll actually act on it. And so again, so to plan to meet with your referral partners, number 2, after meeting with the referral partners, meet with the actual clients or prospects. Then step number 4, high payoff activity, is for follow-up with your referral partners, with your prospects, and with your clients. And then number 5 is to close and then ask for referrals. And so those are like the top 5 business priorities, personal priorities, quality time to plan that too, create my life the way that I want in the Joy Shop. But other personal things could be quality time with my family, meditation for me. So think about it, start getting really focused on, hey, what are my high payoff activities? What do I want to do? There's also, and again, we're going to just kind of breeze through this now, but there's also an imperative project list. What do you need to do, absolutely have to do next month? Important project list is, hey, what can I do? I don't have to do it, but if I do it, it'll build my business. So maybe build your database, maybe set up a system to do a drip campaign, maybe to look at meeting with your having a meeting, maybe having some type of home buyer seminar, maybe going focused on a neighborhood. There's lots of different important project lists that you don't have to do, but if you start doing it, you'll become more successful. And then the last sheet, which is just an incredible sheet, it's the 1 to 31 tracking sheet. And basically there's the 1 to 31, the 31 days of the month, or depending on the month, 28 days, 30 days, 31. And so under personal goals, and then business goals. So personal goals could be, for example, my Joy Shop. It could be under business goals as well. And so if, today is the 17th, and at the end of the day, you would review this 1 to 31 tracking sheet. And you can put this right now. I have it in my time management system. For every month, there's a new tracking sheet. But you can print this out and put it up on your refrigerator. So, goals, it could be, drink 6 glasses of water every day. And then you would put a little 6. So it's if it's on the 17th, you put a little 6 there. Or if it's your Joy Shop and you did it, you put a check mark. If you didn't, put a little dash mark. But you can start tracking just some amazing things. And like I track, I am wanting to expand my imagination. So you might want to write that down. Or I am the source of my abundance, because the fact is you're the source of your abundance, that you can either allow it in or not. Or I want more feelings of joy. And so as you start more feelings of abundance, the more you have feelings of abundance, the more abundance will come to you. And so that's why you want to be thinking about abundant thoughts. So that's a 1 to 31 tracking sheet. It's just a great sheet. Take your time to really look at, hey, what are the different areas that I want to be able to start tracking? Business goals could be under referral partners. How many referral partners you want to meet with? And so your success steps, that I'd like you to listen to Success Unit 4, which I'll be sending you, prioritizing your life, and to listen to it at least 6 times. And also complete your monthly planning. And so we reviewed monthly planning. It's an amazing process that has helped literally thousands of people to really be able to become more and more focused. Meet with at least one new ideal referral partner this week. And, we talked about these referral partners that basically you ask for help. and say, hey, would you be able to help me? Sure. How can I help you? Well, what I'd like to do is I'd like to serve at least 3 families every month with either buying or selling their real estate. Can you help me? Sure. Then who are you looking for? They may ask. And well, my ideal client, I'd like it in this neighborhood, or I'd like to have people that are really motivated and looking for, homes over $150,000 or whatever, that you just start describing to them. And then you want a personal introduction. And the key is a personal introduction. So you want to be able to have them contact the prospect, their friend, their neighbor, their family member, their client, whatever, that you want them to contact them and tell them about how great you are, and would it be okay that you contact them. And then you call back your referral partner and say, hey, were you able to talk with them and provide a personal introduction for me? They say, yes, I have been. You say, great. And then you call them, and then you're in a place where you don't have to be selling anything, that you can instead be really serving people and being able to serve them with, as a real estate agent, with their home buying or selling needs. And then watch this webinar again until you believe it, that there's some powerful thoughts here that I've shared with you today that will help you to really start going more downstream, enjoying your life, relaxing, being at ease. Just know that everything is getting better for you. My next, and if you don't receive my weekly encouragements from Dr. Hank, I think my next one is everything is getting better for you. And it's just a great way to either watch the video or to read those words, to just know and to stand tall and realize that everything is getting better for you right now. Then make sure you do your joy shop every morning and contact me with any way that I can help you. And so with that, this is Top Performers, Prioritizing Your Life. It's been an amazing time. Let me know on just how much you have achieved. If you have any questions, if I can help you in any way, become your greatest possibility and have all of your dreams come true. Love you.